Hello. In this week's Torah portion, Vaera, Moses tells Pharaoh, quote, "As soon as I'm out of the city, I will spread my hands to the Lord." One wonders, why does Moses have to wait until he's out of the city before he can pray to God? The Midrash answers, Moses did not wish to pray to God inside the Egyptian city because it was full of idols. Judaism was built around the total rejection of idolatry. The Talmud has an entire tractate devoted to ways of avoiding idolatry. It's called Avodah Zarah, or strange worship. In it, it says that one must not even come within 4 cubits, that is 6 feet, of a house of idolatry. When it comes to Islam, all authorities agree that it is not idolatry. Therefore, Jews are allowed to enter mosques. The question before us is whether Christianity is considered idolatry and therefore whether Jews may enter churches. Most Orthodox authorities consider Christianity to be idolatry. The Rambam, the Rabbah, the Ritva, the Rosh, as well as contemporary figures such as Rabbis Moshe Feinstein, Ovadia Yosef, Soloveitchik, and Eliezer Waldenberg. But some do not. For example, the Meiri, the famous 13th century Catalan rabbi, said that a religion that has a system of law and ethics is not idolatry. The Maharal of Prague, the Tiferet Israel, and the Noda B'Yehuda said that a religion that accepts the idea of divine revelation is not idolatry. The Talmud itself says, the Gentiles outside the land of Israel are not idolaters. They merely continue the customs of their ancestors without understanding what they are doing. Furthermore, even if one holds that Christianity is not idolatry, commentators give 2 reasons why Jews may not enter churches. The first is the principle of Marit Ayin. One must avoid even the appearance of wrongdoing. The second is a deep-seated reluctance to enter a church for historical reasons, as they remind us of long centuries of Christian oppression. One would not feel this reluctance when it comes to entering a Hindu temple, for example, which is clearly an idolatrous shrine. The Halakha, normative Jewish law, holds that entering a church is forbidden, although entering a mosque is permitted. Yet, 2 Talmudic principles argue in favor of allowing Jews to enter churches, in order to maintain good relations with our neighbors. The first is Mipnei Darchei Shalom, literally, because of the ways of peace. The second is Mishum Eva, lest we cause hatreds. Using these principles, British Orthodox rabbis have always attended state functions at Westminster Abbey. Another quote from this week's Torah portion is relevant to our subjects. Quote, "And the flax and the barley were destroyed, for the barley was in the ear, and the flax was in bud. But the wheat and the spelt were not struck, for they were still pliant." So, flexibility is sometimes called for. The Talmud comments, a person should always be as pliant as a reed and never as unyielding as the cedar. Shabbat Shalom.